Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please excuse the lighting. It is it's going to be dark pretty soon. It's just after 7, or maybe it's 7:15, something like that. So it'll be dark within like maybe half an hour. It's taken me all day to get to this point, so I'm just glad to be here with you all. I know this is probably not dungaree week anymore because it's Monday here. But I'm hoping because it's still Sunday somewhere, it's okay to do a bit more of dungaree week. I had a really flat out weekend and had no chance to make a video, so I really wanted to do this today because I've shown you Bronte in dungarees. Bridie in dungarees. Where did that come from? I've shown you Bridie in dungarees, Lottie in dungarees, and now I wanted to show you Pippa and Jonty in their dungarees. I've been dying to use this little set for them I've had it for years and have not put either of these two dungarees on them. Aren't they adorable? I hope you like them. I went all with a pale blue and pale pink theme today. I love little babies in these, beautiful pastel colours. So that's what we've done. Now, if you're new here, my name is Suzanne and I am a reborn artist and a crazy doll collector. So that's me in a nutshell. Yeah, that's me. These two, in case you don't know, if you're new to reborning, these are the twins that Bonnie Brown did many years ago, sculpted many years ago. This is twin. Oh, he's got something on him. Oh my goodness, sorry, darling. Lucky it didn't wake him up. This is Twin A by Bonnie Brown, and he's a little bit, well, mine's a boy, my Twin A is a boy, but the Twin A sculpt is a little bit smaller than Twin B. This is Twin B. My Twin B is a girl, and her name is Pippa. Twin B has a straight, almost straight arm, which is adorable, and she can stretch her arm, like that. Oh, big stretch for my darling Pippa. Or bring it down wherever she wants to put it. And of course, Twin A is famous because he's got I shouldn't say he, this is my Jonty, and I've made Twin A a boy, but a lot of Twin A's are girls. But Twin A has an open mouth and can suck on this little thumb. But I decided today we're going to have dummies. So my Jonty has a dummy that is a modified dummy, so it doesn't have a magnet in it. I've just cut the teat to fit into his mouth and it's perfect. And then Pippa has a magnet behind her mouth, so this is a magnetized dummy for her. And they're both Nook dummies, and one's in white with pink and the other one's white with blue. And so let me tell you about their outfits. Before I forget, they're both wearing their knitted booties, which are tiny. I love their knitted booties, so I had to put them on today. So Jonty has pale blue and Pippa has light pink. But what they're actually wearing, aside from their accessories of dummies and booties, is they've each got their babadoo bodysuits on, their long sleeve bodysuits, and they have frill collars. So Jonty's has a frill collar in white with tiny, tiny blue embroidered kind of little flowery dotty things, and then a nice scalloped edge as well. And they have the same trim. He has the same trim around the cuffs of his sleeves. And Pippa has the same babadoo bodysuit. Sorry, I'm a bit weary. It's been a long few days for me. But anyway, yeah, back to the drawing board, everybody. So the same type of babadoo bodysuit, but in pale pink. So she has a ruffle collar with pale pink little sort of embroidered dots or flowers. I'm not sure what they are. Scalloped edge, and then the same trim around the cuffs of her sleeves as well. And amazingly, these bodysuits fit my twins perfectly because they both wear a size 50 centimeters, which is like a small newborn size. Sometimes hard to get, but certainly the European brands do a 50 centimeters. So if you have these twins and you're looking for things that fit them, the 50 centimeters fits perfectly, absolutely perfectly. And then over the top, they're each wearing their dungarees. Jonty's is blue and white striped. Pippa's is pink and white striped. And they each have a little pocket on the front. Very little. I'm not sure what they would keep in there. I don't even think their dummies would fit in there. So they're very little. But that's what they're wearing. And the straps cross over at the back. and they button up on the outside, which is very handy and very simple. And the brand, let me show you, it's here on this tag, or you might not be able to see that. You see that tag? It's Pure Baby, which is an Australian brand. And I've had these, as I said, these dungarees for ages and haven't used them. But now I have, so I'm really happy. So thank you, Suzanne, of Suzanne's Babies, for having Dungaree Week. It gave me a really good reason to pull out these dungarees. So happy to use them. And I just love the way these two look. Oh, I tell you, these kits are amazing. As you know, I love the head shape, the head sculpting that Bonnie did, which is why I haven't given them hair. I think if I did ever give them hair, I would give them very fine, short, light hair that didn't take away at all anything from the shape that Bonnie has given their little heads. Of course, now we're on low battery. Wouldn't you know it, I should say, not wouldn't you believe it. We all believe it, don't we? Absolutely. So here they are with their little bald heads. I know that some people really don't like bald-headed dolls, but I just love their heads so much. I couldn't bear to cover them up, even with painted hair. But one day I might do that. I don't know. Probably not. Knowing me, I won't. I'm always busy doing other babies, so yeah. But this is my Pippa and my Jonty, which is my last contribution to Dungaree Week. It's been so much fun. Of course, I have other dungarees I can show you when it's not Dungaree Week. Yeah, for all my dolls. I only have 4 reborns. I have Laura, the Laura kit by Bonnie Brown. I have Marianne by Natalie Blick, and then I have these 2 gorgeous ones by Bonnie Brown, as I said before. But I have so many kits to make, giant stash, like most reborn artists do, because, well, certainly when I started, which was back in 2010, there weren't many kits being made at that time. I think Bonnie Brown may have already done a few by then. But, you know, there were only a few artists producing them. And so when a new kit came out, everybody knew about it because it was the one and only at that time. But as time has gone on and the years have passed, of course, there's many, many sculptors now. And even the ones who were around back in 2010 were not producing kits very often. But then all of a sudden there was an explosion of beautiful kits, and like every year now we get irresistible kits. I try my hardest not to get them. I promise I try really, really hard so I don't get many. So I have a large stash, but really the stash is to make, it's because I love the kits, and I thought, you know, I would make them and sell them one day. Or keep them, whatever happens. Like with these 2, they were going to be for sale, but I couldn't. I just couldn't do it to myself. I had to keep them. And they were the first 2 that I ever collected. I'd made dolls for a few years before I even kept these 2. Yeah. What else was I going to tell you? There was something else I thought I was going to say. Oh, just my weekend. It was lovely. It was really, really good and really, really busy. On Saturday we had a Doll Club committee meeting, which is there's only 10 of us, and 11 actually, 11 of us, and we got a lot done. It was fantastic. It was a really, really good outcome. But we are having our Christmas party in less than 2 weeks now, and so there's a lot of planning and organising for that, even though it's going to be much easier this year than it has been in past years. In past years we held it in the hall that we always used to have our meetings in. So we had to do all the setup for the tables, the tablecloths, the place settings, the decorations, everything we had to do. Plus it was always boiling hot. One day at our Christmas party in the hall, it was 44 degrees and we were just melting. Even just sitting still, it was so hot. But now that we're at the club that we're at, it's called the Granville Diggers Club, it's air conditioned. We don't have to set anything up. It's going to be all set up for us with tablecloths, with place settings. We will add a few little decorations, but there are already decorations up in the club. We're having a Christmas tree. We're having some entertainment that we've organised. That's not from the club. We're going to have someone come and play some carols, and we can do some singing to the Christmas carols. And we also have a girl who has been coming to the club since she was a newborn with her mum. I mean, she was a newborn and her mum used to bring her. That's a better way to put it, isn't it? And now she is, would she be, I don't know if she's 30 yet, but she, either in her late 20s or early 30s. And so she's a dancer, so she's going to do a dance for us as well. Excuse me. So that's part of our Christmas party, which is going to be on the 2nd of December, which is a Saturday. But because we're new to this club and we don't know how they do things, we're still figuring it all out. So there's emails I've had to send backwards and forwards. What about this? What about that? How do we pay? How much is this? How many do we need? Who will set up? All that kind of stuff, back and forth. So that was what I've been doing that's what we started to organise on Saturday. And then a bit more planning has gone on today, and I've had to send a few emails back and forth and phone calls. So that was Saturday, was really the committee meeting. I did stay for lunch with my friends on the committee as well. We all stayed. Most of us stayed. A couple had to leave, but most of us stayed. And that was lovely. So we just ordered lunch from the club. I had ham, cheese and tomato toasty, which was, can we just call it average? I think that would be fair to say average, but I mean, I was really there just to talk to my friends and just, chill out a bit, and I didn't have to hurry home. So that was lovely, and I had a coffee as well. And then yesterday was a huge family party that we had. My youngest daughter put it on, and it was to celebrate all my grandchildren's birthdays that have happened in the last few months. And also, for fun, she threw in a Halloween theme. So there was Halloween food, and we all wore costumes, and the children wore costumes, and then they all had a swim in the pool. So it was just a really lovely day. I didn't get home till quite late at the end of the day. It was fantastic, absolutely so much fun, I can't tell you. And it was just, so that was my weekend, which just disappeared in a flash. And now I'm up to already the first day of the week is gone. I have a big long list of things that I need to get done, and frustratingly, I've only got through, not through half of the list, but through a few things on the list, but there's nothing I can cross off yet because nothing is completed. And I tell you, that really makes me feel frustrated. I hate thinking about that. But I did go out for coffee this morning with my friend Jen, which was really fun. We had a good time. So that was nice. And then since I've been home, I've just been attempting to get things done. Things are half done. Maybe tomorrow some more things will be completely done. I just love crossing things off a list once they're done. But that's been my last few days since I last talked to you. I hope you've enjoyed seeing these two gorgeous, gorgeous babies. I like to imagine that they're real, and this is how I would have them dressed up if they were going for, like a special outing to visit someone, or getting dressed up because some grandparents were coming to visit them, or for a photo session, or or that kind of thing. This is how I'd love to dress my real babies, and especially if I had real twins, because I just love this look where they're in the same clothes but they're different colours. I just love that, and I love them so much, my beautiful Pippa and Jonty. I hope you've enjoyed seeing them today and haven't been too offended by their little bald heads, which I just love. I know lots of you don't mind bald heads, but I've heard so many comments about, oh, it's horrible, bald heads are awful, they don't like seeing them. I'm not sure if it's because people feel a doll isn't completed unless there's something on the head. That might be part of it. But with these two, I feel they are complete, just as they are. So, yeah, I think that might be all for now. How long have I been yakking at you for? Oh, not too bad. I always planned a really short video, but then I can't stop myself, can I? So thank you. Let me just thank you all for your comments on my last video with Lottie. In her gorgeous, I love those dungarees, those denim dungarees that she had on. They were so sweet, weren't they? With a pretty blouse underneath. And now we've ended the dungaree week with these two beauties. Thank you very much for being here and for your comments, which I know I say it every time, but I mean it. I just love reading them. You're so kind and so sweet to me. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I'm not sure when we'll be back. Not too long away I'll be back, because I can't bear to keep away from from talking to you, and that's the truth. I just feel really strange when I haven't been on for a few days. So, yeah, I will just say goodbye for now, and I hope that you all take care, and hopefully we'll be together again very soon. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.